Herefordshire and Worcestershire.
And all the music you love, the music you love. BBC.
Hereford and Worcester.
Happy Wednesday evening. Here we are again. I know, they let us back every day. It's a miracle, isn't it? Miracle. Anyway, I hope you had a lovely day in the sunshine. Oh, rubs hands together with glee at the weather. Don't normally have to wait until well into May for the nice weather. And it's still muddy, by the way. Still a bit wet underfoot in the corners. Anyway, we've had a nice time, and the weather forecast for the weekend isn't that bad. We'll look at that in more detail in the next half an hour. Tonight on the show, lots to talk about, including Sustfest. Are you familiar with this? It's a big event coming out of Stourport, but it's the whole of the Wyre Forest, and it's a sustainable festival. Yeah, that's what it's short for. How exactly do you do that? Well, we'll find out in the next half an hour.
Kate Justice.
Annoyingly good, that song, isn't it? And I say annoyingly because it's quite punchy, it's quite easy listening. I like to think about doing maybe some aerobics to it. It's not offensive, but actually if you listen to it, it's like Instead, I wrote a song, and then she goes on to go dum da dum da dum dum. It's just like, no, you didn't though, did you? Well, I suppose arguably she wrote the music and stuff. Anyway, Mae Muller doing I Wrote a Song, and I fully support that attitude. Actually, girl, well done. Before that, a classic from Dodgy. That was good enough, and we've got a bit of the 1975 on the way. Then we're going to talk about Sustfest. Not easy to say. It's short for Sustainable Festival. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Anyway, it's on the way. We'll explain all about how sustainable the festival is and why it's so obviously important. I kind of don't need to tell you that, do I? Anyway, we're going to welcome Hannah from Sustfest to the show very shortly.
I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain against my window, because he's not here with me. Hey, window pane, do you remember how sweet it used to be when we were together? Everything was so grand, yes it was. Now that we parted, and there's one sound that I just can't stand. I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain. Oh, with the pillow where his head used to lay, yeah. I know you've got some sweet memories, but like a window, you ain't got nothing to say. I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Yeah. I can't stand the rain against my window, no, no, because he's not here with me. Oh, with the pillow where his head used to lay, yeah. I know you've got some sweet memories, but like a window, you ain't got nothing to say.
Can't stand the rain. I can't stand the rain. I can't stand the rain. I can't stand the rain.
Get off my window now. Get off my window. Get off my window now. I can't stand the rain. I can't stand the rain.
It's the 1975 with a lovely little bit of flute at the end of that. Oh. It's the 1975 with a lovely little bit of flute at the end of that. Oh, Caroline. 6:15 now, Wednesday, the 3rd of May. We're galloping through the month, heading towards a very exciting weekend. We haven't actually talked that much about the upcoming coronation. Now, on Saturday night, last week, not coronation night, I was actually at Huntingdon Hall having a chat on stage with the legend that is the maraca playing Bez off of Happy Mondays. I would say he's not a royalist, and he has a potty mouth, and that is an understatement. Good grief. I mean, I'm on stage with this legend, arguably, who is being less than polite about our king and other things. But the crowd were howling with laughter. So obviously we're all different and we all have differing opinions, but I don't think Bez will be celebrating the coronation. But if you are, what you doing? I mean, I know we've been asking you this all week and we're going around talking to everybody. I'm going to go to the Badminton Horse Trials to celebrate. Well, not specifically for that. I'm going to go to the Badminton Horse Trials to watch. But on Saturday, the day of the coronation, they're actually stopping the competition for the hour and a half of the coronation service and showing it on the big screens. All the shops will still be open, etc. So it should be quite a nice thing to do. Anyway, whatever you're up to, at least we've got an extra bank holiday out of it. Love them all over them. There is that bonus.
BBC Hereford and Worcester present
89, now on video cassette. You'll be there as Nature Boy Ric Flair, like MacArthur before him, backs his vow to return. Witness the utter devastation of a world tag team title match between the Road Warriors against the powers of Mike Rotunda and Dr. Death. Feel patriotic pride as Sting avenges American honor against the Iron Sheik. To order, call 1-800-992-4200.
No.
Hereford and Worcester. So now we're off to Sustfest, and let's find out about it, actually. We're going to bring in one of the organisers, Hannah, who I spoke to earlier in the week, just to pick her brains, a little bit of information about what exactly Sustfest is. There is a website that goes along with it because it's been set up by the Wyre Forest Green Alliance. So if you type that in, it'll pop up. And if you want to look specifically at Sustfest, then click on their events tab. So it is wfgall.org.uk. Excuse me, I could sense that sneeze coming, and normally you don't sneeze when you're broadcasting. That's a rule. Excuse me. And do you know what? I broke my ribs about four weeks ago, and it still hurts to sneeze. So you're very lucky I didn't yelp as well then. Yes, you are lucky. Anyway, back to Hannah from Sustfest, who is going to explain what it is all about and how long it's been going and when it runs from until.
The Sustfest launch event was on Saturday, and that was kind of like the big family fun day to get everyone involved and spread the message that Sustfest is going to be happening over these 2 weeks. But it's actually not at Stourport every single day. It's throughout the Wyre Forest region.
I get you.
Different events going on at different locations. I am today recouping my energy after Saturday, actually. But I will be visiting lots of different things going on throughout the 2 weeks.
Right, so tell me where it came from. It's all part of it's organised by the Wyre Forest Green Alliance, I understand.
Yes, exactly. So organised by the Wyre Forest Green Alliance, and just wanting to bring something to the Wyre Forest that kind of brings communities together and does something for the Wyre Forest district. And obviously the passion is to make things a little bit greener and the future a little bit more sustainable. So it's just kind of this celebration of all the wonderful things that are going on throughout the Wyre Forest.
That's so good. And also not only just celebrating things that are going on around the Wyre Forest, but also, not have an impact on the environment whilst we're enjoying ourselves. Yeah,
and I think that's what's so important. There's lots of really great businesses, organisations that are doing sustainable things, and it's just kind of trying to spread that message and also celebrate those organisations that are doing these green things. So we put a programme together. So Sustfest is almost like the umbrella, if you like, the umbrella name.
Yeah.
And under Sustfest, there's all these organisations and businesses and individuals doing these kind of sustainable events. And maybe they were already doing them, but we just kind of put them under our umbrella for these 2 weeks. And we put together this programme, which is available pretty much throughout the Wyre Forest district. So it's available in Kidderminster, Bewdley and Stourport. And you'll probably find it in libraries or your local coffee shop. And it's like this booklet, and it lists off like all the days throughout these 2 weeks and times that things are going on. So there's stuff in there like a children's reading session at the library, and they're reading a book on kind of about climate change. And then there's stuff like art workshops using sustainable materials. So it's like a big vast array of different things going on.
Okay, and so it's like a big festy nesty of everything that's sustainable, and a celebration of what's already happening as well. It's almost like a little sort of hold all to put it in.
Yeah, definitely. So we collect all this information, and we encourage people and businesses and organisations to put things on throughout these 2 weeks, so we can kind of celebrate and promote them and get as many people kind of booked on or involved in these activities or initiatives that are happening.
Right. Yeah.
But Saturday was like the launch event, which was put on by the Green Alliance, Wyre Forest Green Alliance, and that was to kind of launch these 2 weeks and tell everyone about it. And we had like plant-based food there, we had plastic-free stalls, we had loads of information, there was live music, there was talks on sustainability. So that was really to kind of kick off these 2 weeks and try and spread that message a little bit further.
Right, that makes sense. So how do we get involved and find out what events we can come along to? And do we have to get tickets? Is it free?
So there's all different things. There's so many free events going on. Some of them you do need to sign up and express interest. Some of them you just turn up to. Some of them you have to purchase a ticket. So all of the information can be found in this program that I'm talking about. This program can be picked up and you can have it in your hand. If you find it somewhere within the Wyre Forest, in Kidderminster, Stourport or Bewdley, it's in libraries, coffee shops. Lots of different shops have it too. Or if you don't want to do that or you can't find it, you can find it on our Facebook page, which is just quite simply Sustfest Wyre Forest. Or you can email us and we can email a copy over as well. So all just the same. Sustfest Wyre Forest is literally everything.
Yeah.
To find all about
Sustfest.
it.
I mean, what a beautiful place to want to sustain as well.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of it. Like, for example, like Bewdley is already quite eco and quite green, and that's kind of, I suppose, where the initiative started. And now, but we wanted to include like the whole Wyre Forest. So then we've got Kidderminster and Stourport and all the surrounding towns as well.
Yeah.
And we held the launch event at Stourport because we really felt like that would be like the best way we could engage with so many people, because it's such a family friendly area. We thought that's going to be the best. We can engage with so many different people there at Stourport.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, this is right up my street, I have to say, Hannah. This is really, really good. And I know you're coordinating the whole thing, and it sounds like a lovely kind of holistic, encapsulating way of doing it. And the fact that it's not just pinnacled on one day, it sort of gives us a chance to rummage around and kind of let the ethos filter through over a period of time.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's 2 weeks. So hopefully throughout these 2 weeks, there will be at least one day where somebody is free to kind of think, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. And they can go along to it. They can go to foraging, or they can go to a yoga session, or they can go to one of these art workshops, or they can go and listen to a talk. There's honestly, I can't explain the vast array of things going on. There's stuff for adults, and there's stuff that's family friendly. There's stuff just catered towards children. We've really tried to make sure that there is something for everybody. And then there's some of the harder hitting kind of talks that are really delve into sustainability. But then there's just quite simply, you can go and print a T-shirt or a tote bag, and it's just kind of that softer approach, but that you're not having a huge carbon footprint while you do it. So there's both ends of the spectrum, I would say.
Well done, Hannah. This is brilliant. And is it going to be an annual thing? Have you done it before?
So last year was the first year of Sustfest, and that was really dipping our toes into it. We didn't have a launch event last year, but there was a closing event. This year it's certainly bigger, and there's certainly so much more going on, and we're already talks of planning Sustfest 2024 and how we can improve and engage with more people and get more people involved. I think we'd probably love to have more people join the team as well, of planning and spreading the message and helping us, reach out to people. So yeah, it's definitely the second event of the second Sustfest of many more to come, I would say.
Well, fingers crossed that's correct, because I love the ethos of it, the whole concept of sustainable festivals. It's what we absolutely have to do. Hannah, thank you ever so much for your time today. Good luck and enjoy the rest of the fortnight.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on.
Have a look then on their website, the Wyre Forest Green Alliance events page. It's wfgall.org.
You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Ooh la la. Stevie Nicks, Rooms on Fire. Very good song. I just love Stevie Nicks' voice. Anyway, it's already almost 25 to 7, so we're late. We're so late. Never mind. Right, let's have a little look at the weather forecast. It's been so lovely today, and it makes an enormous difference to everyone's mood, doesn't it? Well, tonight it is going to be mostly dry with clear skies. Temperatures down to 3 degrees in some places. And then towards dawn, patchy cloud will start to build in from the south. There'll be a moderate breeze as well. Tomorrow morning will continue to be dry, though, with a good deal of sunshine. Through the afternoon, it'll become increasingly cloudy, though, bringing the chance of a few spots of rain. Highs of 17 tomorrow, so a nice temperature. Friday, it's going to be unsettled. We've got scattered showers. Some of those will be heavy and thundery at times. Extensive areas of cloud moving northeastwards in the evening, then clear for a period overnight into Saturday, though another area of cloud and lighter rain will approach from the southwest through the day. On Sunday, we're going to see a cloudy start, turning sunnier later on, but the odd shower may develop. So not brilliant across the weekend. I'm yet to see what we've in store for Bank Holiday Monday, but at least the temperatures aren't too chilly.
The sound of Herefordshire and Worcestershire.
Together, we can make a difference. BBC.
Hereford and Worcester.
Come, let's stroll across the floor. Come, let's stroll across the floor. Now turn around, baby, let's stroll once more. Feels so good, take me by my hand. I feel so good, take me by my hand. And let's go strolling in Wonderland. There's my love strolling in the door. There's my love strolling in the door. Baby, let's go strolling by the candy store.
Oh, baby. Tell me, baby, how can I make it up to you? Well, I feel so stupid, I don't know what to do. Oh, I thought the grass was greener on the other side. I'm sitting here with me, myself, and I. Don't need no whiskey.
Don't need no whiskey.
Don't need no wine.
Don't need no wine.
Don't need no other stuff to cloud my mind. 'Cause I hurt my woman.
I hurt my woman.
Been so good to me. So bring me a seat back of common sense. What kind of fool would trade his gold for a losing hand? Especially when he got a woman as good as I had. Yeah, you know I took her for granted and treated her so bad, so bad, so bad. Now all I can do is work and try to get my baby back. Don't need no whiskey.
No whiskey.
Don't need no wine.
Don't need no wine.
Don't need no other stuff to cloud my mind. 'Cause I hurt my woman.
I hurt my woman.
Been so good to me. So bring me a six pack of common sense. I ain't too proud to beg. You got everything I need. So baby, please let me come back home. I learned my lesson. I know I done you wrong. Don't want no whiskey.
Don't need no whiskey.
Don't want no wine.
Don't need no wine.
Don't need that other stuff to cloud my mind. 'Cause I hurt my woman.
My woman.
Been so good to me. So bring me a six pack of common sense. Oh, oh baby. Oh, I know I done you wrong. Oh, please, baby. I'm hurting every night. Oh, I need you, baby. I need you by my side. Please, please.
Taylor Swift's new one on the way and a classic from Manic Street Preachers.
We're just mates, yeah.
Yeah.
On B.
I need someone who's impulsive, exciting.
When it came to love, all Wu wanted was a sign.
I see an explosion of love. Girl, you've got to give it up to somebody.
Jada Pinkett Smith is Wu.
There's something special about her. So what she got? There's a vibe there.
That is my song!
She's outspoken.
So you want to dance?
It's too late now.
You don't want to dance?
Boop. Leave a message.
She's irresistible.
For the panties? By the time you hit the B-side, you should be naked.
Put my fire out.
Who you got in there, boy? Ugly Rita? Did she get out the kennel?
Tim. Oh.
And sometimes she's impossible.
There are people who watch things happen and there are people who make things happen. Which one are you?
New Line Cinema presents.
Whoa!
What's going on, Tony?
You know this guy?
Oh, well, kind of. It's our first date, you know, but he's okay.
I got two words for you, man. Johnny Cochran.
Jada Pinkett Smith, Tommy Davidson.
People been telling you you're so fine all your life, and you starting to believe the hype. You got fine-nitis.
Do I sense a little attitude problem?
It's Wu's world.
Mwah! Call me.
We're just living in it.
Hey, the sister is with me.
You didn't have to hit him.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Wu.
You know that's too much woman for you.
Children of production, produced
the attainment of the people, endowed with conceivement of true growth. We are deeper than a ocean, deeper than the notion that the world was flat when it was round. We're gonna fill the cup without your mind. We're gonna fill the cup without your mind. We're a biological time bomb exploding in a time zone. And almost everyone is out of time. Our children of production produce in conjunction with the urgency of our Dr. Frankenstein. In his wisdom he found the shortcomings of your condition. So we the clones were designed. We're gonna blow the cobweb out your mind. We are deeper than a ocean, deeper than the notion that the world was flat when it was round. We're gonna blow the cobweb out your mind. We're gonna blow the cobweb out your mind.
Very catchy title. It's the Manic Street Preachers, of course. BBC Hereford and Worcester, thank you for joining us tonight. And on Monday, I had a little chat with a couple from a production that is going to be on in Worcester. The Worcester Rep Company are bringing the classic comedy Bouncers to the Swan Theatre. Yes, I know. It's actually starting next Wednesday and running till next Saturday. So here is a rerun of the conversation I had with a couple of the actors starring in the show, Lawrence Saunders and Phil Yarrow. I do love a bit of a stage chat. Now we're going to talk theatre, though. We're off to the latest show coming to Worcester Theatres. John Godber's comedy classic Bouncers is going to be at the Swan from Wednesday the 10th of May. Not long now. Two of the stars of the show join me now. Phil Yarrow and Lawrence Saunders are both in it, and they are here with me this evening. Well, this afternoon. Hi, guys.
Hello. Okay, you're right.
Hello. Yes, nice to speak to you both.
Likewise, thank you.
So are you, let me ask you, Phil, because otherwise it's going to get confusing. Are you guys together at the moment?
We are. Lawrence is downstairs in the Swan. I'm upstairs.
Right, so you're at the Swan now. Are you rehearsing?
Yes, we started rehearsing today, which is a bit terrifying.
Wow. Okay, that's not long, rehearsal period.
It's not.
What, are you going to be okay?
I think so. Sorry, yes, you said confidently.
Yes, of course you'll be fine. I mean, this is what you do. So, Phil, tell me about the show. Who are you and what's it about?
It's about a night out. Now, we're setting it, well, it was written in the 80s, And there's been a couple of updated versions of this that John Godber wrote, but we're set now in the 80s. We've got a banging 80s soundtrack, some dubious fashion choices, all that sort of stuff. And it's the story of a night out in kind of a northern town. So we meet these 4 bouncers who are our storytellers, our guides through this story. But there's lots of multi-role in. So I know I play 11 different characters, and Lawrence plays some more, and Rob and Andy. So we all play different characters on this night out. So we've got girls on a hen party, we've got some lads, we've got, who else have we got, Lawrence? We've got some punks, we've got some chaps.
Yes, a rugby club that turn up, some guy, blokes from Liverpool. There's all walks of life that you see there trying to get into this club. It's a celebration, I guess, of the disco and nightclub scene in the 80s in a northern town, but it's still relevant to today because it's still a similar thing if you go out on a Friday or a Saturday night in Worcester, for instance. I think people will recognise
It's
the characters.
exactly the same as the 80s. But do you know what? I mean, I was alive in the 80s, guys, okay? So I remember. And yeah, you know, even though my kids keep telling me, oh my goodness, that was back in the last century, it still feels like 5 minutes ago to me, and not that much has changed. You're right.
Yeah. Definitely, and if you look at the music and the fashion, that's come round again from the 80s. And I don't know, someone like Taylor Swift, her last record had those echoes of, you know, music from the 80s. So it's still very, very much present, I guess. So yeah, and we're hoping to bring it to life with. So,
Kit, are you telling me that if me and Lawrence head out in Worcester tonight, Bank Holiday Monday, that we're going to be in a world of 80s wonder?
Well, I'm not necessarily saying it's 80s style, but you know, we're all doing the same sorts of thing, just with slightly different music, you know? And I'll be honest, my daughter, who's 17, is wearing exactly the same jeans that I was wearing at her age. So, you know, it all comes round full circle. It does.
Well, look at things like Stranger Things and stuff like that. That's really big, isn't it? And that's a celebration of the 80s. So I think it's a celebration, like Phil was saying, of a night out. And it's really funny, it's fast-paced, it's kind of big and bold. At the same time as being a celebration and being funny, there's kind of poignant stuff there as well. So it kind of covers all bases, really. Ticks all the boxes for a good night out.
I like that. So, and actually on Thursday you're doing a Q&A as well. So Lawrence, tell me what you're expecting from this and what does that entail, and what are the things that people will ask the most, do you reckon?
That's a great question.
It is a great question. I kind of ask, how do you learn all those lines? What people tend to ask. But then, you know, people are going to want to know about why certain choices were made. You know, it depends. I mean, I think the Q&A is before the show. So I don't know. It's just, it's always interesting to hear what people want to ask. You know, why this Godber play was chosen, for instance. You know, so yeah, it could be anything. But the question you generally get asked is, how do you learn all those lines, like I said?
And the answer is normally not very well.
Not very well. We never say that. We never say, you don't say that.
Okay, well, why don't we solve the question now? I mean, how do you learn all those lines? Come on.
It's just like hard work, isn't it? You just look at them, read them, and keep practicing. There's no short. Oh, well, I wish there was a shortcut, but there isn't really. You've just got to put the work in. It's like anything in life, you know. Yeah. How do you do what you do?
Oh, I definitely make all the shortcuts available to me. Yeah. It's called busking.
Busking, yes.
That's
I'll
brilliant.
tell you what, Kit, I worked with Lawrence here last summer when we did Round Around the Garden at the Commandery, and Lawrence is very good at thinking on his feet. When I would go, how should we say this, a little off piece with the script sometimes, he's very good at bringing us back. He's very good.
Great. So you guys have worked together before. You've been in Worcester before. How does it feel to have the Worcester audience? What are we like?
Really lovely. I mean, definitely, I've got to say that yeah, it was a very different show, Round and Round the Garden, but really receptive. And I know the Panto here at Christmas, I came to see that. I wasn't in it. I came to see it. That sounded bitter. It didn't mean to sound bitter.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Oh yeah. Hey. It was and that was played to packed audiences. So I think the audiences in Worcester are really supportive of live theatre, because things can be a struggle. I was just seeing in the news today that something like an incredible amount of pubs and clubs, the kind of things that we see in bouncers in the last 3 years have stopped trading. Something like, I can't remember the figure now, so I don't want to get it wrong. But so it's great that people come out and support things like the theatre, and that's what the people of Worcester seem to do. So it's going to be good fun for them again.
So bouncers, I mean, I've heard about bouncers. It's been around, as you say, the play, the story has been around a long time, and it's done. The fact that it's still going and still being produced is a testament to it. So we can't wait to see it. So you're on from Wednesday the 10th until Saturday the 13th of May. It starts at 7:30 p.m. But you've got a matinee on the Saturday.
Yes, that's right.
2:30.
Well, good luck with all your different roles, because it sounds very confusing to me, but I know it won't be to the audience.
It's going to keep us physically and mentally fit. That's a good thing. I'd
rather you than me, but that, you're there for our entertainment. No pressure.
Yes, sir. No pressure.
Non-felt.
That's the wonderful thing about actors. It's like you are there to serve us, but yet you get this kind of like adoration from the audience if it all goes well.
Yeah, I think that's
and if you want to throw money, Katie, that's the best one. That's the best kind of adoration. Just handfuls of cash from the auditorium. That's always the best one.
We'll have a whip round, shall we?
There we go.
Brilliant. Well, guys, I'm so grateful to you for coming on the show today, because I know you're in rehearsal. So get straight back to it, Phil and Lawrence. A treat to speak to you both, and I cannot wait to see you on stage. Good luck. Break a leg, etc.
Thank you, Katie. Thanks for having us.
Oh, write that down and make a note. It sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Can't wait. Bouncers on our doorstep from next week.
We always go down, no doubt, at the funky side of town spots. There she is, Crystal South Cliff, I broke out. Pretenders, bench out and jelly to do my splendor. Move, a smooth groover, dudes from the zoo that play the mic like, wow. Walk where the cane, talk where the slang develop on cooking blocks which I walk, but my radius is the whole universe. Kiss yourself goodbye, cause I'm Uno, plush boss. She's down, let me try her. Gold smile, throw in the power beneath my sun visor. She built with sun visor, this, that, and the third. Love, every day, that's my word. When I see your crew, I say that's them hers. Sublime, blood clot, and it just don't stop. Lush, black, slick, right off the block. No doubt, we terms it out, cause we keep black booming the cast. So keep rocking, plus hang with my niggas and hit the dope spots. Play in the corners and maybe even boogie till the sun come up. Or the gun come up, shooting at the breeze, the local MCs. Styling with ease, doing it like the sun is in here, cause we born rhyme saying, but I ain't playing, blowing out, 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 blowing out.
Black on time, bed still laying like I said under the screen with your eighth wonder. So for the Nia, I do it. Shit, push a little fist fit. My 120s greet the Avenue Blue. Corner flying it into a 40-20 brothers lay in the bottle. 30 fly right by, double time and shit. X I'm hitting so I can step soon up. Northern over so no water go south. So see my G and she coming in. We not a flesh vendor, make a got soul, living soul. Shot open on my left just in time. No be finger pops it to a little one. It's cool.
In a sense, we smoother than oil's contents. Loyal to the kick drum like flavor. Bounce, ease back. When we do it fluid.
Yes, make a tight fresh
blowing out, 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 blowing out. We always blow out, without a doubt, without a doubt. For the funky side of town, no doubt. Yes, sure. Yes, sure. We always blow out. Check it out. For the funky side of town, no doubt. We get slobbered in the 85 in the funk pots. Cooking out Brooklyn. And every cruise battle we choose to rock fatter. Cause I stimulate life and matter.
When I spread my wings, I do's my thing. Cause Doodle Big wants to live like a Zulu king. So I swing with my crew to where the beats be fat. Swoon units by the pound and they natural black without a doubt. This is the place to be. I see baseball caps, hear beats by Ron G. I into the mold of the cool out breed. You know the cool breeze rocks the beats with ease. So nigga, please, full of the dread poetic. The sun, moon, sec in the house, ready to set it with the peace signs, fat rhymes, the planet fix. Add butter to the mech, then jet to 86. Blowing out, 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 blowing out.
You better blow that shit out.
The sound of Herefordshire and Worcestershire.
And all the music you love, the music you love.
BBC
Hereford and Worcester.
How you doing? It's a Wednesday night, it's the 3rd of May, and later on the show we're going to recap the chat I had with the gorgeous Charlie Dore. We're going to hear some of her beautiful music as well. Charlie Dore, yeah, she actually made it onto the, Who's Who list of Ken Bruce's last Radio 2 show. Yeah, we don't normally mention the competitors, but they're sort of the same team, aren't they? Anyway, his last day, he picked a very picked apart playlist, and Charlie Dore made it. And she's going to be performing in Malvern in 48 hours from now. That's right, she's coming to the Cube with her gorgeous tour. So we'll catch up with her and find out a little bit more about her and hear some of her amazing songs in the next hour of the show.
Kate Justice.
About you, girl. There's something different about you. She's not easy and she's not cheap. No man owns her after buying her a drink. She'll dance with you fast or slow. Get it out of your mind, you ain't taking her home. No, no. There's something different. Something different. There's something different about you. About her. There's something different. Something different. There's something different about you. I want y'all to know. Now my life don't feel the same. Ever since I found out her name. Since we met, we haven't been apart. I walk and talk to myself in the dark. All you women that's got it like that. All you women, let me hear you shout. Girls, where you at? That's where it's at. Now if you find pretty as that, if you find ain't got the love that makes him come back, say it. There's something different. There's something different about you. She got me rocking and
Got me turning on the stove, thinking that it's the radio.
Yes, it is.
Mel Withers, you tell 'em.
She's not easy and she's not cheap.
No, no, no.
No man owns her after buying her dream.
No.
She'll dance with you fast and slow.
Yes, she will.
Get it out of your mind, 'cause you won't take her home.
Something about her.
There's something different.
Something different about you.
There's something different about you, baby. Yes, it
Got me
is.
pouring salt in my
There's
coffee.
different. There's something different about you.
Got me walking and talking to myself, yeah.
There's something different. There's something different.
Got me looking for her in the daytime with a flashlight.
Oh, there's something different.
Something
There's
different.
something different about you.
Got me making decisions. I don't know if they're wrong or
There's something
right.
different. There's something different about you.
Oh, she got my mind all messed up.
There's something
I don't know what kind of love
There's
she's
something
got,
different about you.
but it's got me all messed up.
There's something different. There's something different about you.
Something about that lady, yeah, yeah,
There's something different.
that
There's something different about
drives me crazy.
There's something different.
Something different.
There's something different about you.
No, 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 no.
There's something different.
Kate Justice.
BBC Hereford and Worcester.
Said a small boy once asked, when will I grow up? When will I see what grown-ups do see? In his fight to come of age, he would have to know the age to be recognized as one and not a mass. And Mama used to say, take your time, young man. And Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. And Mama used to say, take it in your stride. And Mama used to say, live your life. As the years were rushing by, he would cut down on his age. He would tell his girl of how it used to be, how his mommy passed away. But these lines she would say, and at the time he couldn't understand. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. You're a young soldier, don't hold on back. Do all you want to do.
It's a Wednesday night, and in 2 days' time, Charlie Dore will be performing for our listening pleasure at the Malvern Cube. I know, what a treat. Charlie Dore's voice is famous and beautiful, obviously, and she's going to be doing it live for us. Now, we're going to hear some music from Charlie Dore tonight on the show, as well as the chat I had with her relatively recently, not that long ago. Because we just want to remind you that she's coming. So if you are unfamiliar with Charlie Dore, think of Pilot of the Airwaves. That's arguably her biggest hit, but her back catalogue is extensive. So we'll meet her properly in about 5 to 10 minutes.
I want to be a partner, can't you see? The music is just starting, night is calling, and I am falling, dance with me. Fantasy could never be so killing, I feel free. I hope that you are willing, pick the beat up and kick your feet up, dance with me. Let it lift you off the ground. Starry eyes and love is all around us. I can take you where you want to go. Oh, dance with me. I want to be your partner, can't you see? The music is just starting, night is calling, and I am falling, dance with me. Partner, can't you see? The music is just starting, night is calling, and I am falling, dance with me.
At BBC Hereford and Worcester. That is a good one, isn't it? And I like to let it play out till the end just so you get the feel of it. It's about Mulder and Scully. God, that is a blast from the past. That's ages ago. The new one from Hosier on the way. It's delightfully titled Eat Your Young, but it is a very good tune.
Join us across the BBC to celebrate the...
Late nights coming your way, and Dave's driving.
And tonight only, some lucky viewer will win a ride on the NBC party bus.
Hosier. And from one excellent vocalist who we love to another, Charlie Dore is my guest tonight. Now, we spoke to her last week, but we want to recap the conversation because her gig is coming up on Friday. That's right. She will be at the Malvern Cube on Friday. She's on tour. It's her short circuit tour, and she's doing it alongside Julian Littman. And they are outstanding and so well received. So I had a little chat with Charlie about all things music and her tour. And I said, welcome to the show, Charlie. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yes, excellent. Not so much enjoying the weather, wondering when spring's actually going to happen. But other than that, yeah, we're all good. So, and are you looking after that voice of yours?
Well, I'm trying to. Yes, it often surprises me sometimes. If I haven't spoken for a few hours, sometimes I'll hit some odd notes.
Oh, gosh! So it's like you've got to keep it active.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, got to keep it sort of warm. Got to keep it warm, actually.
Yes, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, the cold weather isn't probably best for you.
No, it's not. But luckily, honey's always good, and sometimes a nice port is good too.
Ah, okay, noted. Any excuse. So you're still doing it, and is this a new tour that you're doing? Just this short tour that you're coming to Malvern?
This is one of the legs of the short circuit tour, which we're doing off and on throughout this year. We started in February, March. And
right, of course.
We did about 10 gigs, I think it was, something like that, all up and down the country. And now we're doing a tiny little burst, a very short circuit of 4 gigs. And then